Entrepreneurship often emerges, in my view, from a complex interplay of necessity, cognitive ability, and environmental conditioning. Having closely observed and studied several entrepreneurs from Africa and Asia, I have noticed that individuals from abject poverty but endowed with high intelligence frequently exhibit greater passion and resilience in business ventures compared to their affluent but intellectually mediocre counterparts. This phenomenon can be attributed to two key psychological and socio-economic dynamics: the struggle induced hunger to escape deprivation and the complacency fostered by unearned affluence. In my projects, for example, in the Southern Highlands of Tanzania, in Iringa, I noticed that women from below poverty line strata exhibited highest entrepreneurial drive than their male counterparts. It was almost as if poverty was a catalyst for their entrepreneurial drive and success. Let me in this podcast elaborate on this theme by making the first point as poverty as a main catalyst for entrepreneurial drive. For the intellectually gifted among the impoverished, entrepreneurship is not merely an ambition but a survival mechanism. The acute awareness of their disadvantaged position, combined with the cognitive ability to recognize opportunities, fuels a relentless drive to transcend their circumstances. What are the key factors which propel or work as a catalyst? The first one is the motivation through deprivation. Scarcity sharpens focus. The absence of financial safety nets means failures carries existential consequences, heightening the risk taking, but in a well calculated manner. The second is the resourcefulness and grit. Limited access to capital forces innovative problem solving, which is a hallmark of successful entrepreneurship. The scarcity mindset can paradoxically enhance creativity. The third factor is the intrinsic innate motivation. High intelligence allows individuals to envision long term success despite present hardships, sustaining perseverance where others might succumb to despair. Historical and contemporary examples abound, from Dhirubhai Ambani to countless self made entrepreneurs in emerging economies, leveraging minimal resources into thriving enterprises. Dhirubhai Ambani's journey from a modest village boy to one of India's most celebrated industrialists is a true testament to the power of vision, persistence, and never say die entrepreneurial spirit. His story exemplifies the classic rags to riches narrative, where ambition, strategic risk taking, and innovative thinking turned a small trading venture into a global conglomerate. The second factor is the affluence and intellectual mediocrity, which I call as the complacency trap. Conversely, those born into wealth but lacking commensurate intellectual vigor often exhibit diminished entrepreneurial zeal. Affluence can act as a double edged sword. How? Reduced urgency. When material needs are effectively and effortlessly met, the imperative to strive diminishes. The lotus eater effect, which is derived from Homer's Odyssey, describes how comfort can erode ambition. The second element is the risk aversion. The intellectually mediocre in a wealthy environment may prefer stable, conventional career paths over uncertain entrepreneurial ventures, fearing the loss of inherited privileges. And the third factor could be the skill stagnation. Without the pressure to innovate, cognitive abilities may remain unchallenged, underdeveloped, leading to reliance on networks rather than merit, a phenomenon observed in studies of affluent underachievers. While exceptions exist, for example, Elon Musk, who came from wealth but pursued high risk ventures, they typically involve individuals with exceptional intellect and vision, not mediocrity. Let me talk about what I call as the entrepreneurial crucible. Entrepreneurship thrives at the intersection of cognitive ability and environmental pressure. Poverty, when coupled with intelligence, forges individuals who see business as emancipation. Affluence, without intellectual rigor, often breeds complacency. This dichotomy underscores that while intelligence is a necessary ingredient, the furnace of hardship, if you will, may be the more decisive factor in shaping entrepreneurial success. Let me offer a theoretical framework underlying the genesis of entrepreneurship, um, combining poverty, intelligence, and motivation. To systematically analyze why individuals from impoverished backgrounds with high intelligence exhibit stronger entrepreneurial drive than their affluent but intellectually mediocre counterparts, we can draw upon several established theoretical frameworks. These theories span psychology, behavior economics, pure economics, and sociology, providing a multidisciplinary foundation for the observed phenomenon. Let's take a closer look at what really drives entrepreneurship. The theoretical framework here suggests that it is just not about having resources, it is about how individuals respond to the lack of them, especially when paired with high cognitive ability. Firstly, scarcity sharpens focus. When resources are limited, people are forced to think more efficiently and creatively. Intelligent individuals in poverty often, in my view and my experience, develop strong problem solving skills out of necessity. This heightened awareness, what some call as the tunneling effect, can make them more alert to entrepreneurial opportunities as a way out. Secondly, the achievement motivation plays a key role. People with strong inner drive to succeed, what psychologists call a high need for achievement. McLaren's work is very famous in this regard. It tends to seek challenges, take calculated risks, and values feedback. For intelligent individuals in constrained environments, this drive can be amplified. They see entrepreneurship not just as a means to survive, but as a path to recognition and self worth. In contrast, those born into affluence but lacking this drive may not feel the same urgency to innovate or take risk. Thirdly, intelligence itself is a critical resource. While wealth offers external advantages, its cognitive ability like adaptability and analytical thinking that often enables real innovation. The poor, with scarce and fewer material assets, must rely on these internal strengths, leading to frugal innovation and creative problem solving. Meanwhile, wealth without intellectual curiosity can lead to dependency on external support, which stifles genuine entrepreneurial growth. We also see that entrepreneurs often share distinct traits. And what are these traits? Resilience, creativity, and a higher tolerance for uncertainty. These traits are often forged in adversity. When intelligent individuals grow up in challenging environments, they tend to build the kind of grit and adaptability that entrepreneurship often demands. Finally, many successful entrepreneurs start not with a grand vision, but with whatever resources they have on hand, who they are, what they know, and whom they know. This what effectuation approach often suits the intelligent poor who makes the most of limited means. By contrast, affluent individuals without the same cognitive flexibility may default to safe conventional paths. In short, many theories suggest, and I agree, that entrepreneurship emerges most powerfully at the intersection of intelligence and constraint. Scarcity sharpens focus, intelligence fuels innovation, and adversity builds resilience. Together, these forces help explain why the intelligent poor often outperforms the comfortable but mediocre when it comes to building something new. Thank you.